Hello and welcome to the 90's Guyz podcast. My name's Brian.
I'm Jed.
And this is our show.
It is.
Number 5.
Number 5. We're moving right along here, Brian.
We really are.
Is it still as exciting as it was the first time?
I'm still tingling.
Oh.
I actually haven't stopped tingling. I tingled all week.
All week, huh?
So thank you for joining us. If you haven't heard us before, we're two old friends who were born... I was born in the 90s. You grew up in the 90s.
I grew up in the 90s. I was born in the 80s, but grew up in the 90s.
And we love everything that has to do with the 90s.
We do.
So this podcast is dedicated to things from the 90s, 2000s. We just want to get nostalgic.
Yes.
So you got to make sure you're listening.
Come join us on this voyage back to the 90s.
We're going on a voyage.
A voyage.
A journey.
A journey.
A 3-day...
Oh, no, I don't want to go on no 3-day tours. I saw what happened to Gilligan.
Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube and SoundCloud. That's where you can find the podcast right now. We're going to be on more platforms coming soon.
Yes.
Also, make sure and follow us on...
the 90's Guyz podcast. And then you can email us at 90's Guyz podcast at gmail.com.
Guyz with a Z.
Guyz with a Z.
We're also on Facebook, Instagram,
yes.
and Twitter.
Yes, please hit us up on those so that we know you guys are watching. And feel free to email us. We want to know what your opinions are on our show. And if you have any ideas of something you want us to talk about. Because, that's what we're here for. We're here to get all nostalgic. Go back into the good old days.
Yes.
Which was a Wednesday.
It was a Wednesday?
I was told that the good old days was a Wednesday.
I always was just thinking Thursday. It's pretty close. But
yeah. I mean, you're only a day off. You
Wednesday.
Jerk.
You freaking jerk.
You freaking
I hate
jerk.
you. All right. Well, let's just jump right in. I want to talk to you about something.
Uh-oh.
You're in trouble.
Oh, geez.
You're in some deep doo-doo.
Okay. What's new?
I was looking in your windows last night.
Oh.
When you were at home.
Why didn't you come in?
Because I like to watch from afar.
Okay.
That's kind of my thing.
That's your thing?
Cat,
if you're listening, I'm sorry.
Yeah. My wife would probably not like hearing this. I told her I was at the bowling alley.
Yeah.
Okay, we're moving on. You're not in trouble anymore. Shh, don't say anything. So, hey, let's talk about this new movie that came out. One of the coolest concepts I've heard of in a long time, which is kind of novel because now they're doing so many remakes of old movies. To hear an original thought is refreshing.
Yeah.
It's called Yesterday. What is the idea?
The idea is that this guy realizes that nobody but him knows anything about the Beatles. So he decides to take all the Beatles songs that he knows from growing up or whatever and becomes super famous, the biggest rock star in the world because he uses Beatles songs.
Right.
Because nobody's ever heard him before because he's the only one who knows about him. But I have a thought on this.
Go ahead.
Knowing the Beatles and how popular they were back then, would they be as popular in our day and at this time?
It's a great question.
Because they were, pushing boundaries back then. I mean, they were doing stuff that people thought was satanic and nasty and dirty. Now would be considered tame.
So tame.
From what is going on now. So I don't get me wrong. I think the concept for the movie is brilliant. I think it's going to be a great movie. I do want to see it because I am a huge Beatles fan. But I don't know if it would work because it's set in our time.
Right.
Not back, in the 1950s and 60s and 70s. It all takes place in our time. So I don't know if he would become as popular as this movie's making him out to be.
It's a great thought. I'll tell you what, it's very interesting. I think that to be the biggest superstar in the world, I don't think it would be possible in this day and age.
Well, yeah.
But would you say that it's very likely that they would be that this guy, or if the Beatles came out now, would be a very popular band?
I think he could be popular.
Very popular.
But I think the gist of the movie is he's turns out to be the #1 rock star in the world.
Right.
That's what I get based on the previews.
We haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. That's just, so, but like I said, I think it's going to be a brilliant movie. I really do. I like you said, this to me is more of an original concept for a movie that I've seen in the longest time.
Totally.
Like, I don't know anybody that's going to be putting out a movie about The Beatles.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's doing now like life stories, which are really cool. Like I haven't seen Bohemian Rhapsody yet,
I haven't either.
and I want to.
And the new Elton John movie's out.
I do want to see that, definitely. But this one's a little different than that. Like it's completely different. I mean, this is about a band, but this band didn't exist, so he decided to use the music to become famous.
Yeah.
So
really cool concept. We got to go see it.
yes, we do.
You know, maybe we can go see it, and then we can talk about it on one of our upcoming podcasts.
That'd be great, actually.
Yeah.
Even
We'll
though
have to
it's
do
not
that.
from the 90s or early 2000s.
The Beatles.
They're not. They're not from the 90s.
You know what? Beatles music was played in the 90s and 2000s. I know that for a fact. A fact.
Yeah, because I had like all the big, because they came out with the big compilation ones.
Yeah.
And I had the first one on tape, which I don't think anybody knows what a tape is anymore. Dating myself.
Hey, this is about the 90s.
It is about the 90s, yes. And then I had the third one, Anthology, on CD.
Yeah.
I never got the second one. I don't know why I never got the second one.
You've heard them.
Yeah.
You've heard them all. So one thing we want to do with this podcast is we want to try to have segments. And I came up with one, and I would like to introduce it today. I'm calling this segment Ask Jed. You like that theme music?
Yeah.
So in this segment, I'm going to ask Jed a series of questions. There's one answer to this question, okay? You don't do too much elaborating, but it's just basically kind of tell me which one.
Okay.
Okay? I'm running through a list.
Okay.
If we need to stop talking about one for a second, that's fine, but let's keep this moving.
Okay.
Okay? Beer or hard alcohol?
Beer.
Okay. Sunshine or snow?
Snow.
Okay. That's most people I don't think would say that.
I know. I'm a cold. I love winter. I sweat very easily. So
Yeah.
I like it cold.
He likes it cold.
I like the snow, but I don't like cold without snow.
Right. Yeah, that's
Ugh.
miserable. Okay. When you're on vacation, would you rather drive or fly?
What's vacation?
Okay, pal.
Drive. I have a fear of flying.
Oh, you do?
I do. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'll do it if I have to, but I don't like being that high up. It's
fair.
Yeah. So
It's fair. Cats or dogs?
dogs.
I knew the answer to that one, but
Yeah.
I just...
Well, you know I love your cats, but
Yeah, that's true.
I love my Bubba dog way more.
I love Chance too, man.
He's such a sweetie pie.
He's a good boy. That's all we can say about that.
Yeah.
Okay. On a hot dog, do you put on ketchup or mustard?
I don't eat hot dogs, but bratwurst I put both
Okay.
ketchup and mustard.
You do both.
Yes,
You go both ways.
I go both ways.
I knew it. Okay. Pepsi or Coke?
Definitely Pepsi.
Really?
Yeah,
Can you really tell the difference?
I actually can.
I can't.
I don't know why, but I can. And that's
Yeah.
Pepsi, and it's they've done research on it. It's sweeter at first, and then kind of loses flavor, whatever, and then Coke lasts. It tastes the same all the way through. I usually drink my soda fast enough that
It wouldn't matter.
yeah. So I prefer Pepsi.
Okay. Here's a pretty iconic one: Big Mac or the Whopper?
I've never had either.
Oh, stop.
No, I'm
You've
very
never had a Big Mac
I'm
or a
very
Whopper.
picky when it comes to my hamburgers and stuff like that, and it would be just a waste because I just get ketchup and mustard and cheese.
You were such a wacko.
I am a weirdo.
Wow.
I like my stuff plain.
I'm bringing in a Big Mac for you.
Okay. I probably would actually, based on burger wise though, I would take Burger King. I think they have better burgers.
I disagree. I'm a McDonald's guy through and
That's
through.
because you're wrong.
Oh, coming from the guy who's never tried the Whopper or the Big Mac?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll let you be the judge, ladies and gentlemen. This one, I don't know which way you're going to go, but I'm pretty curious. This is a 90s related one. Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon?
I was Nickelodeon. Cartoon Network wasn't as popular.
Yeah, it was the lesser.
Yeah, unless it was the original Adult Swim before all this Family Guy and Bob's Burgers. It was like Space Ghost Coast to Coast and whatever, which those were every Saturday night. Me and my brother were watching that, but 90% of the time we were watching Nickelodeon.
I was the same way.
Yeah,
I was a SpongeBob guy. I was a Fairly Odd Parent. I mean, there's a million. I go through all of them. Yeah. Okay, moving on. Simpsons or Family Guy?
Original Simpsons.
No, I'm saying Simpsons or Family Guy. You got to pick.
Oh, okay. I have to go Family Guy then.
Yeah, I agree. Simpsons are great. It's a classic.
It got pointless after a while.
Yeah, you started watching
early Simpsons up until probably 99 were fantastic.
But you know what? It's like the same family dynamic. It gets boring after a while. You don't want to hear the same jokes.
Yeah.
And that's what it became.
Yeah.
Okay. Ice cream or shaved ice? I know I am
100% shaved ice.
Yeah.
I love it, but it's weird. I eat shaved ice in the summertime, but I eat a ton of ice cream in the winter.
Okay, but I need an answer.
It's a shaved ice.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I prefer shaved ice. It's delicious, but I eat more. Like over the summer, I'd rather definitely have a shaved ice, but over the winter, I want ice cream.
You know what's funny? I think that I fantasize more about shaved ice, but I eat ice cream more.
I eat ice cream
Isn't
more.
that funny?
But
yeah.
I love shaved ice.
I agree. That's shaved ice number one for me, too. Okay. This one, we're going to get a little sexy.
Okay.
Ready? Turn on the lights a little bit. Go ahead. Thank you. Boxers or briefs?
I wear boxers now. I used to wear the boxer briefs, but now I'm straight boxers.
Okay.
I need a little more room.
I got it.
Yeah.
I read you loud and clear, pal.
Oh, no, not
Say no
that.
more.
I just,
Oh.
they write up, the boxer briefs started writing up on me.
I don't know what I was thinking. I'm a boxer briefs guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to like the support.
I need the support.
Yeah. Well, when you get to my age, you
just
nothing else will help you.
All right. This is our very last question. It's a very important one. Okay. Chocolate or vanilla?
I would have to say chocolate, but it always depends on my mood. I mean, there's nothing. There's some times that I just love a good bowl of vanilla ice cream.
Amen.
Oh,
yeah, and with chocolate, Hershey's chocolate on top.
Oh yeah, or something like that. But I would have to say chocolate more than vanilla.
Yeah, I'm more on the vanilla camp, but I agree. Like, how can you not love both?
You forgot, if that was the last question, you forgot a very, very, very important one.
Go ahead.
Tater tots or French fries?
Oh, okay, Napoleon. Dynamite.
Tots all the way.
Tots all the way.
If you don't like tots, we can't be friends anymore.
Hey, man, that's my tots.
Get your hands off my tots, dude.
All right. Well, that was Ask Jed. Thank you all for joining us today on that very great segment, if I do say so. Getting back into that. All right. That was pretty good. I think we learned something about you.
I learned something about myself.
Did you really?
No.
I'm sending you a bill.
Oh, okay. Are you my new therapist?
I am.
All right.
You are in a heap of shit.
Oh,
you're in trouble.
I'm in trouble.
I'll tell you what. We are going into a break. We've yapped enough.
Yes.
For this segment.
My mouth hurts.
When we come back, your mouth hurts.
My head does too.
Okay.
You ask me hard questions.
Yeah. Okay, pal. They were yes or no practically.
You made me think.
You need to take those headphones off. They're squishing your brain. When we come back, Jed last episode had a secret featured topic. And so I'm doing the same to him. Oh. You're not going to love it like I loved yours, but that's because you took like the best one.
I did. I'm sorry.
Scrubs we talked about.
Ugh.
But let me just tell you this. There's lots to talk about. And so when we get back, we are going to dive right in. I still think you're going to like it.
Okay.
I think you will.
Okay.
So
I'll be the judge of that.
That's right. We are the 90s guys. This is the 90 Guys podcast. Stick around. We'll be right back in just a minute. So it's summertime, and that means a lot of people are doing projects on their homes. If you're doing anything that involves glass, you have to call my friends over at Presley's Glass. They are a wonderful, wonderful business, in business for 25 years, which doesn't happen if you're not doing great work. They're a family-owned business, and what they do is they replace all kinds of glass, windows, mirrors, shower enclosures, you name it, they do it. One thing they pride themselves on is making sure that your project is done on time, and more importantly, done right. They want to make sure that you are 100% happy with everything that happens in your project involving glass. They do everything from residential to commercial, so my friends who own buildings and different commercial complexes, make sure you give them a call. They do that kind of work too. Give them a shout at 636-257-4885 or online at presleysglass.com. Presley spelled Presley, glass.com. Again, Presley's Glass, located in the St. Louis area, doing awesome work. Give them a call, 636-257-4885. Welcome back to the 90s Guyz podcast. My name's Brian.
And I'm Jed.
And we are in segment 2 of this episode.
Brian!
Yes?
You got to tell me the surprise. I can't wait any longer.
You know what? In all good time. You made me wait. Let me see. How's the weather out there?
It's frightful.
Is it really?
But the fire's so delightful.
You know what? It's a bad decision to have a fire inside of a building like we're in.
Why?
But we're doing it.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of smoke in here. Excuse us. Okay, so
I gotta quit it.
the secret segment topic. Okay,
What is it?
I'm actually not going to tell you.
Oh.
I know, but I'll let you listen in.
Okay.
Okay, are your ears open?
My ears are open.
Here we go. Keep them open. It's coming.
Are you ready, kid?
I can't hear you.
Oh! Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Absorbent and yellow and porous is he.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
If nautical nonsense be something you wish,
SpongeBob SquarePants.
drop on the deck
And flop like a fish.
SpongeBob
Ready?
SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
SpongeBob SquarePants. Ready for it? Beautiful. The topic is SpongeBob.
Woo!
What a classic. 90s and 2000s.
It was. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, it came out in 99.
Did it really?
Yes.
Do you remember?
I do. I remember the day. I don't remember the exact day.
Okay.
But I remember the very first episode when it aired for the very first time.
Really?
I was at my dad's house
Okay.
for the weekend, and everybody kept talking about this new show that was coming out, and it was SpongeBob SquarePants.
Really?
Yeah. So I remember exactly where I was when I saw it for the first
What was
time.
your initial reaction?
I actually loved it, man.
Yeah.
It was so funny. I loved Patrick
Yep.
and SpongeBob.
Yep.
And actually, Sandy was probably one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And then I always forget his name, but the big beefy lobster.
Oh, you're talking about Gary. Or Larry.
Larry
the lobster.
Wasn't Gary the
no,
snail?
Gary. Oh, yeah, Gary the snail.
Snail, that's what I
Oh.
thought.
You know what? I had the same reaction you did. When I first saw SpongeBob, I was mesmerized. I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
It was almost like as a kid, I thought to myself, this is some trippy stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like-
it really was. It was kind of like, to throw back whatever, is a updated version of Ren and Stimpy to an extent.
Oh, absolutely.
The way they shot it and everything, you know, with some of the close-ups being all kind of grody and nasty.
Yes.
Like
Oh, the
Ren and
still
Stimpy.
shots?
Yeah, the still shots. So, I mean, that's what I thought originally. What I thought was, it's like, it's just like Ren and Stimpy.
Right.
So.
And it's so great. One way to suck someone into a show is to have the theme song be a sing-along.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, because, and by the way, that has to be one of the most recognizable theme songs ever.
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. By far, yeah.
It was so funny, too. Gotta pay a quick homage. Steven, I believe his name's Hindenburg, who created SpongeBob, actually just recently passed.
I know. I was sad to hear it.
Yeah.
Well, so I was listening to I was actually listening to a podcast.
Oh.
And they were talking about when he died, and I had no idea, but he actually had some stuff to do with Rocko's Modern Life.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, and I had
you're
no
kidding.
idea. I
Wow.
had no idea that, and obviously, I think the other one he did was that Camp Laszlo.
He was involved in,
I think he was with that.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So, but I had no idea because I thought he just had done SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I thought. But apparently he had done work on other cartoons before this one.
Wow. And do you know where he got his inspiration for SpongeBob?
Wasn't it the nuclear bomb sites that USA used? Was it off the coast of?
Yeah, off the coast somewhere.
Why can't I think the big one? Australia. I think it was off the coast of Australia, and it was.
But his whole thing was he actually got his degree in marine biology. He worked as a marine biologist for a number of years, and his thought was, what if a nuclear bomb went off and these sea creatures had lives and lived like us and
made burgers,
made flip patties, crabby
crusty,
yeah. You left me hanging. Pizza
is a pizza
for you and me.
Can't hit that high note.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I got to tell you, my absolute favorite episode is that episode with the pizzas.
Oh, that's one of mine too. Yeah.
And you know what the best part about that episode is?
You forgot my soda.
Well, honestly, no.
Oh,
honestly,
I love that.
No. That is great, but dude, the rocks.
Oh yeah,
the rocks.
Yeah, he's got his ear to the ground and he's trying to. I hear him coming.
Yep.
No, I can say that's probably one of my favorite things of all time is when they show up with the pizza, and the guys, you forgot my soda.
Yep. Oh my gosh, it's just one of those iconic episodes.
Pizza is the pizza absolutely. Pizza,
Butt cheeks jiggling.
Pizza is the pizza, for you and me.
And then Squidward beat the crap out of him.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Let me ask you this. So the TV show, I want to say maybe it's still running. I don't know.
I don't know if they're making new ones, but I know it's still on.
Oh my gosh. I think it'll be on until we're in our 90s.
I mean, it's pretty much all that Nickelodeon is now.
Right.
With SpongeBob, you know?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they had all those classic cartoons. Oh. And then SpongeBob came up and got so big, so fast that they just kind of...
That was the brand.
That was it, yeah.
But you know what? I think we can easily say that SpongeBob is probably the most iconic and most popular cartoon of the 90s and 2000s. If you think about
definitely,
it.
yeah.
I mean, number one.
Yes, definitely.
Which is really impressive. That's every cartoonist's dream. I wanted to be a cartoonist back in the day.
I know. I wish you would still want to be one.
You have exclusive drawings of mine.
Oh, and guess what?
You didn't bring them.
I didn't bring them, but I found them, and I put them on my bed to bring.
How were they?
They're glorious.
Oh my god! I can't wait to see.
One's of me as a superhero with a crazy ass mullet.
Nice. Well, we should post those on the website.
I'm gonna take some pictures of them and post them.
Nice.
So,
but yeah, as a cartoonist, your thought is, oh my gosh, if I could only get out to Hollywood and make a cartoon, and then how about it's the biggest freaking cartoon in history?
Yeah.
I mean, unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, what? It's at least 2 movies off of it, right?
2 movies.
Yeah.
How about every single Macy's Day Parade for the last how many years?
Yeah, has that a SpongeBob float?
I mean, did you ever get the SpongeBob popsicle as a kid?
Yes.
Remember how the eyeballs were always wonked? Yeah. You're always like, that's SpongeBob? Ooh, yikes.
Yeah. Never looked like SpongeBob.
No, but I ate them anyway.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound good. Oh, my gosh. Oh, and we got to talk about a couple of the key players. Patrick. We mentioned Patrick. Oh,
yes. I love Patrick. Patrick and Gary and Larry the Lobster.
Yep.
I don't know what it was about Larry the Lobster, but I absolutely loved him.
I ripped my pants.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
We all fell in love with Larry that day.
And then the most ruthless criminal in all of whatever, Plankton.
Plankton, yes.
Could not do anything. He was trying to steal stuff and always there's like the Wile E. Coyote of
you know what the best is too?
Bottom.
If you boil it down, he was just a failed restaurant owner.
Yeah, that's all he was. Yeah.
And let's not mention they've always talked about how SpongeBob had some adult themes that a lot of kids necessarily didn't pick up on because they're kids. How about the fact that Plankton was married to a computer?
I never realized that. That was his wife?
That was his wife.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not realize
they were hooking up.
Literally. Plug it in.
Oh. Hey, back in the 90s, we still plugged computers in.
Yeah. Now you just carry them around in your pocket.
That's why we miss the 90s.
Yeah.
That's why we're here to reminisce.
Yeah.
Okay, also, how about Mrs. Puff?
Oh, I completely forgot about her.
The driving teacher.
Yeah.
There's so many characters. Oh, okay. I even have another one that's so obscure, but you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, you ready? My leg!
That one I don't know.
Dude, get out. You don't remember My Leg?
I don't remember
Dude.
My Leg.
I just typed in My Leg to YouTube. Guess what the number one search result is?
SpongeBob.
It was the My Leg SpongeBob. Okay. Can I just play it for you?
Yes, please do.
And by the way, here's a video. It's called Running Gag My Leg. It was on here so many times, it fills up 3 minutes
what?
worth of a video, if you can believe that.
3 minutes of a video of My Leg.
My leg.
My leg. What about your leg? Oh! I know My Leg now.
Oh, SpongeBob, why?
My leg.
My
What would
leg.
this town do without you, SpongeBob?
Oh, my leg!
My leg.
My leg!
That's funny.
So, you got the hairpiece after all?
Hi-ya!
My leg!
Thought you could sneak up on me.
My leg. Come on, it's classic.
That's funny.
Yeah. There's just so many little nuances to SpongeBob.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, it was really an unbelievable show.
It was really good. I mean, yeah, by the time it got more popular, I was a little bit older, so I kind of fell out of it really quick. But like I said, the first season, I was obsessed with. I mean, I was
Totally.
still young enough to be like, hey, it's a kid show, yay!
Yeah.
Type of thing. I wasn't, I'm too cool for school, which
Right.
I was always a nerd, so I still watch cartoons.
Right.
I mean, you're talking to a guy who used to watch Buzz Lightyear before he went to work.
Yeah.
When he was like 22, 23, 24 years old.
Right.
So, I mean, that tells you how much I like cartoons.
I'm
so.
looking at a T-shirt you're wearing right now, and it's
yeah.
filled with cartoons.
It is.
I
It's-
see Rugrats, Hey Arnold, Angry Beavers, Rocco.
Wild Thornberries.
Yep.
Real Monsters.
Right.
I
think that's it. Yeah, we covered them. That's pretty cool, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I got two of these shirts. One has other, the same characters minus a couple, and then I have this one that has a few more. The only one that's on the other one that's not on this one is Ren and Stimpy.
Oh,
So,
classic.
Yeah.
Another you know what? That might be a show too.
Yeah.
That might have to
Oh,
be
yeah.
a topic.
Oh, we will.
But I'll tell you what. I think that's going to do it for this podcast.
Already?
Already.
Oh,
But hey,
man.
don't worry. You know why?
Why?
Because another one is coming out in just a few days.
Are you serious?
But let me tell you something. Do you know about this?
What?
Every Wednesday and Sunday,
Every Wednesday and Sunday.
the 90s Guys
Do you
podcast
think we can
drops.
keep that up?
I think we're going. I
I
think
mean,
we're doing
we might
more.
need to get some podcast Viagra.
Ooh, the little blue pill.
Yeah. I don't know. Is it blue for podcasts?
You can get it blue or you can get it green if you want it
Green.
discreet,
Okay.
and they'll mail it to you without any kind of packet. I mean, I just hear this stuff from friends. Yeah, no, I think that we should definitely start doing 3 a week.
Oh, yeah. I'm good with that. I mean, if that's what the fans want.
Well, let us know on
Yeah.
Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter.
Or email us.
Yep, it's the 90s Guys with a Z podcast at gmail.com.
Please, please, please. And like we've said, give us some info.
Yeah.
And if there's something you would like us to talk about from the 90s, early 2000s, please, 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 please let us know.
Yep. And also, let us know what you think of the podcast so far.
Yeah.
Unless it's negative feedback, then
we don't
shut
want
the
to
hell up.
Yeah. You can take that and shove it.
Shove it right up
Yakista.
your keister.
Yakista, mista.
I'll tell you what, man, it's been fun.
It has.
And we're going to see you next time.
We will.
All right. We are the 90s Guys. I'm Brian.
And I'm Jed.
And we will see you next time.